was wrong with Adrian Broner post-fight saying he won that fight against Pacquiao. Hell no, he did not. He did not win that fight. Pacquiao was all over him.
We don't have our own house, we don't have land, we don't have even food. We just, we have to work every day to make money to buy food.
What happens when some of the greatest warriors to ever enter a boxing ring all agree on one thing? And what if that one thing is a name, a force of nature, a hurricane in human form, Manny Pacquiao? You see, when legends speak, the world listens. And when legends can't stop talking about how terrifyingly good Manny Pacquiao was in his prime, you know you're dealing with something bigger than just a good fighter. You're dealing with a phenomenon. A phenomenon that punched through weight classes like they were made of paper and danced around opponents like a tornado in sneakers.
So,
that's Manny P. That's extremely moving.
Yes,
We're moved.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you.
Let's face it, boxing has seen some greats. But when the gloves are hung up and the punches have stopped flying, what truly remains are the stories, the gasps, the awe, the disbelief. And Manny Pacquiao is at the center of many of those tales. From shocking legends into silence to making world champions look like amateurs, Pacquiao didn't just fight, he performed miracles. The kind that left even the cockiest pros wiping sweat from their brows in relief they never had to face him in his prime. Ricky Hatton was one of the brave few who stepped into the fire. And boy, did he get scorched. Now this is a guy who had already fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. and lived to tell the tale, barely. But when he squared up with Manny Pacquiao, it was like watching a man run headfirst into a buzzsaw. Hatton, who prides himself on toughness, couldn't hide the truth. Manny's speed wasn't just fast, it was unfair. A blur of destruction. Like fighting someone who didn't believe in the laws of physics. And yet, the story doesn't begin or end with Hatton. It's a tale of broken strategies, battered egos, and champions forced to admit that yes, they too fell under the spell of the Pac-Man. Floyd Mayweather, known for his ego as much as his defense, gave Manny his flowers. Not in press conferences. Not when the cameras demanded it. But in those rare moments when the truth leaks through a smirk. Mayweather didn't just survive Manny. He escaped him. That's right, escaped.
He got thoroughly beat decision-wise on that fight. I don't know what he was talking about when he said everybody knows he won the fight. Adrian Broner did not win that fight. And by the way, Jim Gray pointed out accurately, he averaged less than 8 punches around. What did I say when I interviewed him last week, huh, Jim? I said they say you don't throw punches, man. He said it ain't about how many, it's about the right time.
But let's not skip ahead, because every champion Pacquiao faced brought something different to the ring. And each of them walked away changed physically, emotionally, spiritually. So buckle up, because this isn't just a stroll through boxing history. This is a no-holds-barred confession session from the biggest names in boxing. All testifying under the bright lights about the unrelenting force that was, and still is, Manny Pacquiao.
Congratulations, this is a beautiful gym. I hope that there's a lot of people will inspire to train here. Thank you. Congrats. Mike, congratulations. Yes, beautiful. I'm here to support you. Thank you. Appreciate it, brother.
Oscar De La Hoya found out the hard way. The Golden Boy, once untouchable, walked into that fight with Manny with the air of a man who had seen it all. But he hadn't seen Manny. Not like that. De La Hoya entered the ring with pride, history, and championships. He left it questioning everything. Every punch Manny threw wasn't just fast, it was surgical. De La Hoya couldn't breathe, couldn't move. And then, like a tragic Shakespearean hero, admitted something no fighter should ever have to say, he knew it was over before it started. That fight? That wasn't just a loss, it was an exorcism. Pacquiao didn't just beat De La Hoya. He purged him from relevance. You know the great thing about Manny? He didn't just beat you with fists. He beat you with movement. He beat you with rhythm. He turned every match into a symphony, and every opponent into a guest conductor being led off a cliff. Floyd Mayweather, the untouchable maestro of defense, admitted that Manny was probably the best he'd ever faced. That's no small compliment from a man who could dodge bullets with shoulder rolls. But even Floyd couldn't deny that Pacquiao's angles, his footwork, his combinations, it all came together like jazz. Brutal, beautiful jazz.
It kind of shocked me because Pacquiao tends to lead with his head, which is how Marquez got him in that third fight.
Correct.
But he was quicker.
He was quicker. He was predictably more aggressive. He connected more. That 8th and 9th round, he was all over Adrian Broner. All over.
And then there's Joshua Clottey. Now here's a man who, for reasons unknown, decided to walk into the storm with an umbrella made of ego. He didn't just lose, he folded like cheap origami. And years later, Clottey practically admitted what fans suspected: he never stood a chance. He was underpaid, underprepared, and outclassed. He couldn't even find the will to throw. Manny's punches came in flurries, like machine gun fire from every direction. And Clottey's only goal became survival. But Manny didn't just humble champions, he made them rethink their careers. Keith Thurman came in hot, full of bravado, calling himself the new king of the welterweights. But Manny was 40 years old. And he treated Thurman like a sparring dummy. One knockdown, then another. And while Thurman showed heart, he couldn't do what most of Manny's opponents couldn't either. Solve the puzzle. Pacquiao's speed. His timing. That violent left hand. By the time you figured out how to react, he'd already moved 3 steps ahead.
Has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention.
Even broadcasters couldn't keep neutral. Max Kellerman, a man who's made a career out of talking logic and stats, nearly exploded with admiration trying to describe how utterly ridiculous Manny's rise was. From flyweight all the way up to welterweight, winning lineal championships along the way. That's like a chess player winning world titles with every piece on the board. Nobody had done it before. Nobody's done it since. And odds are nobody ever will. When Robert Garcia, one of the sharpest minds in boxing, compared Pacquiao's 8-division feat to Mayweather's undefeated record, he didn't even flinch. The undefeated record? Impressive, sure. But anyone with a good promoter and a padded resume could get there. 8 divisions, though? That's a gladiator's resume. That's not picking fights. That's fighting everyone. Anyone. Anywhere. And still walking out with your arms raised.
Because I'm sure mentally you prepared as well as physically prepared, Shane, but you know.
They have shuttles. Yeah, they have shuttles, bro. Just in case.
Shane.
No, Shane took everything.
With Pacquiao. I remember one thing. I remember him wrapping his hands. Pacquiao.
Because he wraps his own hands. I remember, yeah.
And he kept asking me.
Antonio Margarito learned the hard way what happens when you underestimate Pacquiao. He thought his size would matter. He thought being a bigger man meant something. But Manny made him look like a lumbering axe. Punch after punch, round after round, Pacquiao painted his face with leather. By the end of the fight, Margarito wasn't just beaten. He was medically rearranged. Bones shattered, spirit broken, and the idea of size advantage thrown out the window. Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, had no problem calling it like it is. According to him, Pacquiao wasn't just good, he was sensational. The kind of fighter who made you question reality. Because when you watched him fight, it was like watching someone who hacked the rules of boxing and rewrote the code. Even legendary promoter Bob Arum didn't hide his awe. He saw in Manny the same spirit he once saw in Muhammad Ali. Not just in the ring, but outside it. A force that transcended boxing. A personality that lifted nations and punched through politics. A man who, with nothing but fists and a smile, became a hero to millions.
We have to see that fight. So Pacquiao's peak was just about as good as anyone in history. Now, I'd have favored Mayweather back then. He's the naturally larger fighter. And that's the point. When you talk about pound for pound, if a fighter moves up out of his natural weight class and can still compete with the best who ever did it, what does that mean about the quality of that fighter's prime, pound for pound?
Tim Bradley, a man who's been in the ring with both Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford, broke it down like a surgeon with a scalpel. Manny wasn't just a fast starter, he was something else entirely. Pacquiao was instinct. He didn't react, he anticipated. While you were still winding up your first jab, Manny was landing his third. And let's talk mind games. Manny didn't just hit hard, he smiled while doing it. He'd grin like a choir boy, then crack your ribs with the same fist. That contradiction, kind outside the ring, merciless inside, left opponents mentally disarmed. Because how do you hate the guy who's breaking your face, while looking like he'd help your mom carry groceries?
Nice to meet you, Alex. Thank you. How was it?
Amazing. Thank you for all the hospitality.
Sorry I wasn't able to come and see you guys with everything that was going on. It's okay, thank you.
Let's rewind for a second. When do boxing legends, known for guarding their egos like their championship belts, collectively tip their hats and say, "That guy, he was different? Once in a generation?" Maybe. But here's the twist, Manny Pacquiao was that generation. Even grizzled trainers who'd seen hundreds of fighters come and go turned into wide-eyed rookies when Manny walked into the gym. The sound of his gloves hitting mitts? That wasn't training, that was jazz. Chaos in rhythm. Conversations would stop mid-sentence. Rent, politics, dinner plans, forgotten. Because when the Southpaw Symphony started playing, the world listened.
Brandon Rios made Pacquiao look lightning fast, and then when he fought Tim, made him look fast, but not as fast. Now, Tim's not necessarily known as a fast guy. I am. He's gonna have to be the fast guy who's fast. It's all relative. Speed is a relative thing.
Did he just say he's faster than me? Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Opponents knew they were in trouble the moment they landed their best punch, and Manny smiled. You could hit him with an uppercut forged by Zeus, and he'd bounce on his toes like he just smelled his favorite adobo. You don't fight that man, you survive him. Even the commentators couldn't keep it together. These were professionals, trained to stay cool under pressure. But with Manny in the ring, they turned into giddy fans. They mispronounced names, talked over each other like kids fighting for the video game controller. Because calling a Pacquiao fight was like narrating a wildfire. Too fast. Too wild. Too beautiful. And the movement? Unreal. Manny didn't just throw punches, he launched missiles. He didn't walk forward, he zigzagged, darted, weaved like a hummingbird on 5 espresso shots. Blink once, he's behind you. Blink again, he's tattooed your jaw. Blink a third time, and you're staring at the lights, wondering if you slipped on sweat or just got hit by a comet.
He's fat. He's not really known as a fast guy. It's like, what am I known for, kid? Like, really? Like, really? Fat? Ah, man. He gonna learn. He gonna learn November 22nd, what fast is all about. Manny Pacquiao, lightning fast feet, reflexes, angles.
And yet, he looked like the guy who'd pull over to fix your flat tire and crack a joke while doing it. That was the trick. Fighters braced for a demon and got a smiling tornado. Trainers thought they were prepared. We've got a southpaw strategy, they said. We've trained for speed. Then the bell rang and suddenly, they were warming up for a beatdown. Some fighters tried trash talk. Big mistake. Trash talk takes time. And by the time they delivered their first insult, Pacquiao had already hit them 4 times, switched stances, and winked at their coach. You don't insult the storm. You board up your windows and pray.
Good luck to him, though, man. Good luck to him. He's faster than me? Really? Are you serious? Algieri's faster than me? Are you serious? Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, man. You're taller, but not faster.
In boxing, aging is cruel. Most fighters collect damage like rust on an old car. Not Manny. He adapted. He evolved. In his late 30s, he wasn't just keeping up, he was outpacing guys 10 years younger and making it look casual. And yes, he lost some fights. But here's the thing, he fought killers. While others padded records like nervous accountants, Manny said, line them up. He didn't run from danger, he ran into it. Face first. Gloves swinging. He fought men with height, reach, youth, and the best sports science money could buy. And what did he bring? Heart. Speed. A grin that whispered, try me. And when the dust settled, those same fighters were left blinking, wondering how someone so cheerful just beat them into a decade of humility.
Punch so damn hard, you might want to see every step of this to make sure, because you might think I have something as hard as that. But after he wrapped the hands, I held my hand up like this, and he said, in my hand. I said, shit. Had I not seen him wrap that hand, I'd ask him to rewrap that damn thing.
Let's talk balance. Manny could be midair, throwing a left hook, pivoting, dodging a jab, and still land smoother than a gymnast. You can't teach that. That's divine programming. He didn't box like he wanted to win rounds, he boxed like he was trying to break physics. He made science cry. Trainers called it unorthodox. Fans called it miraculous. Opponents called it a blur. Historians? They started carving his name into granite before he ever retired. Think Ali, Tyson, Duran, Sugar Ray. They all had charisma, violence, and unpredictability wrapped in poetry. Manny had all that plus humility. He wasn't boxing to show off. He was boxing because it was the only way his soul could scream. That's why legends respect him. Because legends recognize each other not by belts, but by scars. And the ones who shared a ring with Manny? They walked away with both.
Had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God.
So to the skeptics asking, why come back? Because legends don't fade quietly. They leave echoes. And Manny Pacquiao is ready to echo one last time. This isn't nostalgia. This is unfinished business. One final symphony for the fans. One last hurricane wrapped in gloves. So whether you've watched him since his flyweight days or just found this video by accident, make no mistake. What we're witnessing is history. A man whose fists wrote chapters in boxing lore is picking up the pen again. And when he steps through those ropes, it won't be just another match. It will be a moment. A moment you'll tell your kids about. A moment when time stood still. And Manny Pacquiao started dancing again. Subscribe so you don't miss the madness. Like this video if you're ready for the comeback of the century. And comment your favorite Pacquiao memory below. Because history isn't done yet. And neither is Manny.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.